Hi everyone, I'm Vicki Clark with Dynamic Therapy Associates and DTAschools.com. I am here to show you some things that we've been working on this summer that we're really excited about. So we have been using an AAC Flipbook for a number of years. That was just kind of a traditional AAC Flipbook. So when I say Flipbook, I mean like the notebook with some categories at the top, some items at the top, and then a core board at the bottom. So you've seen those in many different places. What we did this summer is we updated it. So we revised it to make it even better so that it would work better for our teachers. Now, one of the things that we'd heard from our teachers is that they were struggling with being able to find the words, the symbols in their book because there were so many flips available. So what we thought about is that when you traditionally when you have a flip book, you go, you have to look along the bottom edges and find the tabs, right? And so if you have a lot of tabs, there can be, there's, in ours, there are, I think we have 65 different tabs. So 65 tabs can be really hard to look through. So what we did is, instead of just giving you tabs with categories, we created categories and subcategories. So if you look in here, when you first open up the book, you're going to see that we have a table of contents. So these are all the main categories that we have in our book. So we have some quick talk messages, people, action words, foods, we have nature, we have school terms, time, like days and weeks and months and holidays, and weather is in there. We've got places. So we have these broad categories, and these categories are reflected in the tabs on the outer edges of the pages of the book, right? So if you wanted to go, say, to nature, then you would go over to your nature tab, which is right here, and you would flip to that tab. Okay, now here's where it gets a little bit interesting. The tabs on the side, that's sort of a new DTA schools kind of thing. But within here, this gives you your categories that are available in nature and animals. So in nature and animals, we have pets and woodland animals, we have farm animals, water animals, wild animals, we have nature and weather and seasons as well, right? So this is what's available in this category. Now when you flip the page over, now all you see are the tabs of the subcategories in that category. So now we're not looking through 65 tabs, we're looking through just the tabs that are available in this particular category. You can go down and say we want to look at farm animals, we go to the farm animal tab, we flip up, and there's our farm animals, okay? So that's kind of the new way of organizing our flips in our flip book. But we did some other things that I think you're gonna really like. So we've given this to you in two different versions. A starter version, which is the 5 location, and we also have a 10 location available. So for kids who need, or people who need more vocabulary, there is a 10 location version, okay? So that looks like, let's see here, let me grab one. That looks like this, right? Okay, so there's 10 items per page. Now this book, the 10 location, has over 700 words in it, so there's lots and lots of vocabulary. Now, just like your traditional flip books, the core vocabulary is at the bottom so that you can make a sentence, and then you can use your fringe vocabulary with it. So if I'm on my page with mother, father, I can say, I want to go to see my mother, right? So I can make a whole sentence, right? It's a comprehensive communication system. It's just in a light tech format, right? Like our apps, but a light tech format. For some people that might be easier than using an app, right? Okay, so that's kind of your traditional, just this version is sort of your traditional version. But what we also did is we wanted to come up with a solution to the problem of moving around with this notebook in hand. So it's a little awkward, right? So our students are having to take this and carry it around with them. And so you've got these kind of heavy flips at the top and then this one board at the bottom. So it's a little bit awkward. So what we're also giving you is the option of just printing the core words in one of those flips. So in the 5 location here, I can show you we've added in just a flip with the core vocabulary. So it's got 2 pages of 18 each, and so that gets you 36 core words. We use the word list from projectcore.com, because they are focused on really frequently occurring core vocabulary, and they also considered words that were useful in particular in the school environment. So we thought that was a good place to start. So you can just simply, if you don't want to carry the whole notebook around, you can simply print this part out, bind it, and just carry this with you. And we've done that with, you can use little rings to connect them together and just carry that around with you, or you can spiral bind them. I don't recommend using comb binding, because with comb binding, with this many pages, they tend to come out of the binding. So spiral binding is best, or you can simply use the rings, right? Or you can cut apart a notebook, right, and get the 3-ring binding. Okay, but now here's the thing that I think is super fun. I don't really like carrying around all the flips by themselves, because there's a lot of them and they can get caught on things. I wanted to have a way to contain them, but I also wanted a way for our kids to still be able to communicate while they're carrying their books around. So what I developed is a wraparound core version. Okay, so in here, and this was put together. My AAC technician Barbara did a lot of work to make this kind of vision come to life. What we did is, this is your core words. So on the front and then over on the back, that's your 36 core words. So you can, as you're walking around and in your environment, you can say things like, I want to go, or I do not like it, right? You can still talk even though you don't have your flips right there in front of you. But what if you do want your flips? You do want all those words. You just take this, open it up, and there are all your words. So that's our little wraparound core. Super excited about this. So we'll be able to just grab and go and communicate at the same time. Now this is a digital download, so you're gonna have to make it yourself. All right, it's a little bit of effort. But still, I think the payoff is really good. Now, in the digital download, what comes in that is you can get you get the 5 locations, so you get it looks like this when you get it. So you'll be cutting these guys out, right? And then the 10 locations, just like it, but 10 locations, right? And then also, in addition to that, we're giving you a manual. It's an assembly manual, and then it has some of the information about the words, because we said there's 700 words, so there's lots of words in here, so that you know how to find those things. In the little manual, you have very detailed step-by-step directions for how to print the notebook, the flipbook, and the wrap book. So there's 3 pages of those directions. You also have this is our monthly core word program, so it gives you an idea of maybe 4 or 5 core words that you could use each month, and maybe some fringe words that would go along with it. And so there's a little year-long plan there that you can use or not. For those first 36, we also included Carol's and Gary's all year core word list, a year of core word list. So if you want to go beyond that 36 targets for the year, this gives you more targets that you can work on. And then you've got your categorized word lists in here. So there's pages of all the categories that are color coded to go along with your book. And also, because there's so many words, we went ahead and gave you an alphabetical word list with the category and subcategories all color-coded, again, just to make it a little bit easier to find. So that's the whole thing. Like I said, we're super excited about it. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you download it and use it, we'd love to see some pictures and see how it's going for you, and see how this works for our kiddos. So thanks for your time today. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next time.